Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look at how to record bonds that are issued between interest payment dates. Okay, so these bonds are issued on March 1st, year 1, $800,000, 10-year bonds dated January 1, year 1. So the interest will be from January 1 through July 1, but the bonds are issued on March 1st or March 1. Okay, so if you look at the situation, it's going to be like this. Okay, the interest is from January 1st to July 1st. The bonds are issued on March 1st, so the issuing company needs to pay only for 4 months, March, April, May, and June, not the January and February, because that was before the bonds were issued. So for simplification of recording, okay, when the issuing company sold the bonds, they asked the buyer to pay the January and February part, okay, give them that portion of the interest. So on the next interest payment, the issuing company can pay the full 6 month interest. That's what they do. Okay, so let's take a look at this. The principal is 800,000. Okay, the coupon interest is 12%, but because this is semi-annual, it's going to be 6%. So the semi-annual interest payment is going to be 6% times 800,000, which is $48,000. That's for 6 months. If you want to calculate per month, it's going to be divided by 6, $8,000 per month. Okay, so that's the interest. So when the company issued the bonds, they're going to get cash, but the cash comes not only from the bonds payable. Okay, the bonds payable is 800,000, but also the interest expense. But you see that this interest expense is on credit. This is for the 2 months that they're not supposed to pay interest. Actually, the investors, the lenders, will pay them 2 months of interest. So then later they will receive 6 months of interest. So 6 months minus 2 months, basically they get paid for 4 months, which is the right amount. Okay, so it's going to be 2 months times $8,000 per month, 16,000. So when they sold these bonds, the company will get $816,000. Okay, so on the next interest payment date, July 1st, year 1, they're going to recognize interest expense. And this is the full 6 months. So you see, this is on debits, the full 6 months minus 2 months. Basically, they're reporting only 4 months of interest expense. And this would be cash for $48,000 and interest expense $48,000. But you see, this 16,000 will reduce the 48,000, so the company will report only the difference, which is for the 4 months. Okay, so paid $48,000 cash, okay, minus the interest expense portion we receive from the lenders, $16,000. So the net interest actually is $32,000 for the 4 months that they have to pay to the investors or the lenders. That's how we prepare the journal entries when the bonds are issued between interest payment dates. Thank you for watching.